Migrant integration policies do not just affect immigrants' well-being in destination countries, but also help shape public attitudes towards migration. In this video, we will continue the series looking at national integration policy case studies by examining a country that ranks highly in terms of favorable policies, the United States. This series uses data from the Migrant Integration Policy Index, or MIPEX for short. As explained in a separate explainer video on MIPEX on this channel, the project ranks countries on a scale of 1 to 100 based on the favorability of the migrant integration policies. For these purposes, favorable policies promote migrant integration by facilitating opportunities for participation in the host society. They also champion equal treatment of migrants and the local population. Now, the United States is an important case to look at since it is in the top destination countries for migrants, hosting the largest number of international migrants worldwide. Its integration policies, however, are quite politicized and have undergone notable changes throughout the different presidential administrations of the past decade. Now let's first look at the United States overall MIPEX score, which is 73 out of 100 as of 2019, which is the last date of measurement. For the 56 countries MIPEX measures, the U.S. places in the top 10 of countries, and its overall integration policy scheme is classified as comprehensive. This means that the country's integration policies guarantee equal rights, opportunities, and security for immigrants. While the policies of the United States are generally an example of the most favorable for migrant integration, we will soon look at how and why the country's score has decreased within the past decade. While the U.S. places in the top 10 of countries, it does not score the highest in the MIPEX rankings. Other countries like Sweden, Finland, Portugal, Canada, and New Zealand all score higher. MIPEX measures 8 policy dimensions or areas related to integration. In this video, we will just look at the 2 highest and the 2 lowest scored areas for simplicity. But for a full breakdown of the US's scores in all dimensions, be sure to check out the website, which will be linked in the description below. Anti-discrimination has the highest score among the dimensions at 97. The U.S. is also in the top 10 for this dimension, and its policies have inspired similar ones in Europe. There are strong bodies and legal mechanisms people can turn to when they face potential cases of discrimination. This leads migrants with a legal status being able to claim their rights to equal opportunities with government support. The U.S. has a score of 88 for access to nationality. In addition to the comparatively short 5-year residency requirement and the ability for migrants to have dual nationalities, their children born in the U.S. are automatically citizens. Nevertheless, applying for citizenship is still a considerably lengthy and expensive process, which means not all immigrants have equal opportunity to become citizens. Among the U.S.'s lowest scoring dimensions are political participation and family reunification. The country's score of 40 for political participation indicates that unless there is a notable election going on, migrants are rarely informed, consulted, or involved in civil society. While this issue differs from state to state in the United States, there is a general lack of support for immigrant-led civil society organizations. The score of 62 for family reunification is reflective of a notable policy change from 2016 to 2019, where the previously favorable policies were undermined. As of 2019, a major and discretionary guiding principle for rejecting applicants was emphasized. Immigrants cannot become a public charge, meaning they rely on public benefits rather than having their own sufficient financial means. Because there are not clear and transparent guidelines for this new discretionary power, immigration officers can instead use their own judgment to decide on cases. This brings us to some other notable changes in the country's integration policy from the last time it was scored by MIPEX. From 2014 to 2019, the country's overall score fell by 2 points due to some negative adjustments to integration policies. Besides the increased requirement for economic resources and discretionary decision-making for family reunification, there has also been a decreased effort from the national government to consult with immigrants about their well-being. This also includes a decrease in effort to inform immigrants about civil affairs and facilitate participation in public matters. Finally, further requirements for economic resources have become important for migrants applying for permanent residence. Given the overall picture, the MIPEX researchers have concluded that while the U.S. has great channels and responses for migrants facing discrimination, there are still issues regarding equal opportunities. For example, while migrants with a legal status can get jobs, they are actually of less quality than the jobs citizens can get. Since 2017, the U.S. federal government has made some of these issues even more unfavorable. Costs, delays, and insecurity within many application processes have arisen, which decreases immigrants' opportunities for citizenship, unifying with families, and good jobs. This does not bode well for social cohesion, since research on integration policies finds that restrictive policies contribute to less cooperation between migrants and host societies, not to mention increased rates of prejudice against migrants such as xenophobia and Islamophobia. The continued evolution of U.S. integration policies, therefore, is a topic that researchers are still watching with interest. I hope this quick glance at the favorability of U.S. integration policies has helped you understand the country's current situation. If you have found this video useful, please feel free to take a look at the 56 countries with MIPEX scores and leave us a comment with which ones you'd like to hear more about. I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of the new videos that we upload every week. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.